TSUKIHINA, Vampire AU. Part 7. The fight training ended as soon as the sun started setting. It was fun to have everyone on the same boat really. Both vampires and werewolves. When Daichi and Sugawara went to town to hook up on clothes for the werewolves, they were able to bump into Karu Tetsuro and remind him how much we wanted to have another session. Karu often drops by our place to train us on fighting either with bare hands or with weapons. He used to focus on our swiftness during fights, and on tricks to end up winning fast. He was also able to train us on archery. My favorite. Not that I don't like training on bare hand fighting. It's just that I know my swiftness is already innate. My senses, sight and hearing, are strong. During trial fights with each other, I always win. May it be with Tadashi, Toru, or Hajime. I even get to win over Karu sometimes. As Toru would say, it's already a given. K always wins. I still train with them though. Especially when Karu teaches new stunts. And today he did. Must be cause the werewolves were with us. We got to train with each other. Kotoru partnered with Hajime. I really think Karu was so fond of Kotoru. I don't know what they talk about, but they would end up laughing every time Karu checks up on them. Hajime would acknowledge the duo's laughter with just a smile. Hajime was always timid without Toru. All the more now, probably cause he wanted to train with his mate. But knowing the couple, they would just have fun touching each other the entire training time. Maybe that's actually Karu's goal for today. To keep Hajime and Toru away from each other during the training. I doubt that would help us after the training though. Those two would miss each other so much that I'm sure they'll be over clingy afterwards. KG partnered with Toru. KG looked too serious, while Toru looked like he was chilling. I wanted to train with Shoyo, but of course Tobio didn't approve. I got to train with him instead, and Tadashi with Shoyo. But Tobio and I were out of it. Of course my eyes were on Shoyo. Tobio was probably eyeing Shoyo too. Or was he looking at Tadashi? It was the same look he had at the forest when Tadashi left to die down his thirst. Weird. He probably knew I noticed cause he would immediately look away and ask me to get back to training. Shoyo looked like he had fun with Tadashi. Training today went great. I'm excited to have the next one. We'll be getting back to archery. Can't wait to brag myself to Shoyo. Not that I didn't show off today. Haha. After the training, most decided to stay at the living room to rest. Sugawara and Daichi had already set the fireplace. Looked cozy when we got inside. Hajime and Toru headed straight to their bedroom. Of course, they missed each other. Am I supposed to be surprised? No. Karu asked everyone to just gather round and sit on the floor. Kotoru sat beside Karu since KG went to the kitchen to prepare food for the werewolves. Hey Kotoru, just wondering. Mind if I ask why you left your wolf pack too? With KG, that is. If it was just Shoyo your pack was after. And Tobio wanting to protect Shoyo. Kotoru suddenly went silent. His eyes sought for Tobio, as if asking for permission to answer the question. Once Tobio gave off a single nod, Kotoru's eyes dropped to the floor. I love KG too much. There's no doubt you do, Kotoru. Kotoru faced Shoyo, giving an appreciative smile. What does your love for KG have to do with you leaving the pack? Kotoru adjusted his body, hugging his knees as they touch his chest. His eyes looked as if they were about to well up. This must be the first time I've seen Kotoru not smiling. Werewolves have second genders. You're either an alpha, a beta, or an omega. Alphas and omegas get paired up as mates. Tobio started to help Kotoru out. Kotoru and KG knew each other since childhood. Once their second genders were revealed, Kotoru manifested as an alpha, KG as an omega. Even before we knew about our second genders, KG has always been special to me. But when we both found out our second genders, that's when I knew it. Kotoru was sure he was destined to be with KG. He was very vocal about it. And of course, even if KG doesn't say it out loud, he knew Kotoru was his destiny too. It's kinda the same with vampires. You know when you've already found your mate. I don't know why, but Tadashi's voice sounded too serious. He was even staring at the floor when I looked at him. What he said was true though. Despite not seeing Shoyo's face the first time I saw him by the falls, his scent already spoke to me. I knew he was special. Sugawara had to explain it to me since I was just a newly transformed vampire then. Tobio and Shoyo, surprisingly, were looking on the floor now too. Help me out here, Kotoru. Why did you have to leave the pack just because you knew you were each other's mates? Someone else wanted KG. Someone from the leaders. Kotoru's brows furrowed as he tightened his hug on his knees. They wanted to take KG away from me. Kotoru literally yelled that part out. It was probably heard through the kitchen cause KG went running straight to Kotoru. What did you do to Kotoru? I swear. Calm down, KG. That's not gonna help Kotoru. Kotoru was hugging KG so tightly now that all KG did was hush him down. I would never give you up, KG. I promise, he said as he nuzzled on KG's neck. What on earth were you guys talking about? Why is Kotoru? You'll have to pardon me. I did not know my curiosity would lead to this. I'm sorry, Kotoru. He was just saying how much he loves you. Too much that he'd leave his pack for you. KG continued to pat Kotoru's head, probably now realizing the topic of the discussion that made Kotoru react that much. KG looked at Tobio. Osamu. Yes. Kotoru's nuzzling transferred to KG's shoulder. I see. KG kissed Kotoru's ear before he continued with their story. Osamu presented as an alpha. He's been trying to pair up with me for a couple of months already. I've been vocal about Kotoru with him though. I don't know why he kept on insisting. He tried to assault KG. I would never forgive him. I did not know that. He did, and he's part of the leaders. KG shyly nodded. He wouldn't have been one of the leaders if his father hasn't died. He was older than his twin Atsumu. Atsumu would have been a better leader than him. I totally agree. Same. Anyway, Kotoru saw what that alpha did. I was so glad Kotoru got there in time. That explains why KG looked serious during the training. He must want to defend himself next time. He would probably be dead by now if he did anything more than what he did to you, KG. One of Kotoru's hand left the hug and decided to hold onto the back of KG's neck. But when I heard he asked permission from Tobio's father that he gets mated with KG. That's when we learned about Shoyo and Tobio's plan to run away. We didn't want them tagging along cause we didn't really know where we were going at first. But I overheard my father grant Osamu permission for KG. That asshole. Thank you for letting us come with you. Kotoru left KG and fist bumped Tobio and Shoyo. You're not mated yet, right? You don't have marks on you. I'm never going to force KG to have something he's not ready for. Kotoru's hand sought for KG's, intertwining. KG was probably so flustered with Kotoru's words and actions that all he could do is give Kotoru a peck on his cheek. Kotoru's eyes went wide as his mouth formed an O. You kissed me, KG. Yes, I did. You have a problem with that? KG said, fighting off a smile. No, I just want more kisses. You wish, you owl-looking werewolf. I'll get back to what I was doing earlier, before I heard an owl hoot too loudly. KG stood and was on his way back to the kitchen. Kotoru's smile was back. This owl-looking werewolf will just cuddle with his KG. Check back on you guys later. And he stood to follow KG to the kitchen. His mood swings are ecstatic, huh? One moment he was angry, then crying, now he's smiling and looking for cuddles. Once the werewolves were done with the dinner, Karu left. Hajime and Toru never went back to the living room. Kotoru kept on back hugging KG during their dinner and decided to head to their bedroom right after. I wanted to talk to Tadashi about our scheduled hunt, but he said he had something else to do, so I headed to my bedroom. I sat on the couch near the window. I thought of Kotoru and KG. I had no idea they had that kind of problem before they came here. The moon outside was inviting. I put my headphones on and tuned into some music that would match the atmosphere. A couple of minutes later, Shoyo came into the room. He went straight to the bed, sat with legs crossed while pouting. I chuckled as I turned off the music and dropped my headphones on the couch. You're pouting. What's wrong? Shoyo with his arms now crossed over his chest. Tobio's busy. I got emotional over Kotoru and Keiji's love story. I wanted to cuddle, but he said he has something else to do. He said that. Yeah, those exact same words. Yeah, why? His pout was still there, but somewhat confused. Weird. I wanted to hang out with Tadashi too, but he said he has something else to do too. A smirk formed on Shoyo's lips. Do I think what? Never mind. He tapped on the bed in front of him and motioned his hand for me to come. Of course I followed. Are you kidding me? Shoyo wanted me near him. Of course I'll follow. I got there as swiftly as I can, his hair moving from the wind as I stopped and sat in front of him. So fast. He chuckled softly. He moved closer and blew softly on my neck. I shivered. I wouldn't do that if I were you. That single act from Shoyo must have triggered something in me. My mind felt clouded. Your eyes look different. My eyes must be losing color. Vampire eyes turn light blue whenever they have the urge to bite on a potential mate. I closed my eyes and tried to get over my clouded mind. Just, don't do that now. I was just looking where I'd bite you. I opened my eyes, just to make sure I wasn't having an illusion. Bite me? Yeah, why would you bite me though? My heart was racing, despite my already dead body, but I tried to mask it. I must not have been doing a good job masking my nervousness since his hand rested on my chest now. Why are you nervous, Kei? You just said you wanted to bite me. Why? I think you know Kei. No, I don't. Stop messing with me. The pout returned. Just tell me why, Shoyo. We're mates, of course I'd want to bite you. Mates. Come on, Kei. There's no way you don't know. Do you really not know? I smiled straight at him before I adjusted myself to sit beside him and pulled him towards the headboard. My arm around his shoulders. We look so domestic, like we were made to be like this. Beside each other. Of course I do. I didn't think you knew. Shoyo rested his head on my shoulder. I dreamt of you the first night I came to the falls. Really? He hummed. Your scent was a giveaway on our first night here though. Yeah, yours too on that first night I saw you by the falls. Kei, will you bite me now? Now, fine. Can I kiss you instead? Kiss? You sound like a broken record, Kei. I felt like I just got out of a trance. Sorry, I just can't believe you're asking for a kiss, and even a mark. You can't imagine how happy I am right now. You're my mate, Kei. Just hearing you say that makes me feel weird. Weird, huh? In a really good way. Mark me once I learn how to bite. Deal. Promise. Of course, Shoyo. That would mean the world to me. Great. So that's tomorrow. Yay. Tomorrow. We're hunting tomorrow, remember. You'll be teaching me how to bite tomorrow.